Hello everyone, welcome back to another aftermath of Arsenal's most recent game in the Premier League. Now Arsenal have just beaten Fulham, 1 goal to 0. And look, honestly, the most important thing of that game was Arsenal get those 3 points, and that's exactly what Arsenal did. It was a tough watch at some points. Like I was really struggling to watch that game because it was just so difficult, so flat, so sloppy. There were moments in that game where, come 30th minute, we were just literally passing between Gabriel and Saliba, and I was thinking to myself, is Arsenal even going to get a shot on target in this game? But I think one of the main reasons for it is just because of an international break. I'm going to give it towards that reason. That's I'm just going to give the benefit of doubt that it was just the international break and players coming back. But yeah, it was just a rust. So I'm just hoping it was a one-off performance and we get better as we play more games, as the next game against Atletico Madrid and the next game after that. Hopefully, Arsenal do get better. So I'm going to give it the benefit of doubt now and just convince myself that it was a one-off performance. But yeah, like I said, it was a very tough watch yesterday. But look, the game itself. Arsenal were under pressure to win. Okay, Manchester City had just won; they were top of the league, and now Manchester City, you could argue, not argue, but Manchester City are back in the title race. Haaland in top form. I don't know how, but this guy somehow got even better. An absolute goal scoring machine. He's become inevitable at this point, and he has definitely brought Manchester City back into the title race. And at come 45 minute, the 45th minute mark, I was thinking to myself, oh my god, this could be another game where Arsenal dropped points because it didn't look like we were going to score. We had some chances, but nothing too clear cut. I think it was just a combination of honestly sloppy decision making and just making the wrong passes. Honestly, I think it was just a bit of rust, and that's why we Arsenal didn't play too well in that first half. The first half, really, a lot of the chances came down that left hand side, which is unusual because most of the time we're so reliant on the right hand side. But yesterday's game, a lot of the chances came down that left hand side, especially Calafiori, who was really the attacking outlet in that first half, had a brilliant goal disallowed. When you talk about finishing, that is a proper striker's finish, and it was so unlucky. Why? He was so unlucky that he was offside, because if that went in, you could argue a contender for goal of the season. What a finish that was. Keeper had no chance. And we're seeing Calafiori have this almost free roam position where he can go where he wants. Sometimes you're seeing him play left back, sometimes you're seeing playing as a left winger. And that time when he scored the goal, he looked like he was playing as a striker. But yeah, and then second off, he did go a bit quiet. He did die down a bit. But I'm not going to have any complaints about that. The guy is a left back. He's not a left winger. I'm not expecting him to be the one to go create chances and to score a goal. So I'm not going to hold that against him. I think Saka and Sessegnon, it was a really good battle. You often did see Saka in a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen it where Saka was being almost in a 2v1 situation where Alex Iwobi was dropping deep. I think that was a Fulham instruction where he has to support Sessegnon, and at times they did win the battle. It's a 2v1. They should win the battle. But yeah, there was also moments where Saka did actually beat them, putting some crosses, but eventually they were just cleared out. And there was actually one moment where Saka did play in Gyökeres where I really think he should have scored that, but it was a brilliant save by Bernd Leno. But as the game went on, Arsenal did create more chances. I think Eze, not the best performance so far. He's been good this season, but I think that was probably, you could argue, a performance to forget from him. I'm not a fan of him playing on that right hand side. I think he becomes a bit too predictable. I like him when he plays on the left hand side, like you saw against Newcastle, where it was his best performance playing down that left hand side. It's where he feels more naturally, I think it's his more natural position. He played against Crystal Palace because he's right foot. He's able to cut in and take a shot. Whilst when he's playing on the right hand side, being right footed, he's of course always going to favour going on the outside. So for me, put Eze back on that left hand side, it just adds a bit more balance. It feels like when we do put him on that right hand side, it feels like we're trying to put him into the same positions where we're trying to put Odegaard, and the two different players, completely two different players. Where Odegaard, because he's left foot, he has the advantage of being able to cut in. You're putting a right foot player on that right hand side. Of course, his natural instinct is always to go on the outside. So yeah, for me, put Eze back on that left hand spot. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Okay, I know it's been on social media, it's been on YouTube videos, it's been everywhere, and that is of course Victor Gyökeres. Now he's on a goal drought, and a lot of people have been hating on him yesterday. But the thing is, I think yesterday he actually played quite well. I think he actually had 3 chances, and it was the first time in he actually had shots on target. Usually he doesn't even get a chance to shoot. He probably should have scored one of them where I think he twisted one of the defenders and then skied over with his left foot. That was probably the most disappointing one where I think he really should have scored. But overall, I'm not going to say he played bad and I'm not going to say he played the best, but he played okay. One thing I don't like about him too much, well, like I think is one of his biggest weaknesses is where he almost tries turning on the defender when he doesn't even have the ball in control. I know it's something Haaland commonly does, but I think when the game is just against you, you can feel the momentum where Fulham had some momentum against with them. You know, just play it off, just hold off, lay off, and keep going. Okay, you don't need to keep running at the defenders at those times because you're eventually you're going up against 2-3 Fulham defenders, and you're of course going to lose the ball unless you're Messi. And these Fulham defenders are really physical as well. They did get the better of him at some moments, but I'm confident the goal will come. He's a constant danger, and I really think he should have scored one. It was literally that one where he skied over the bar with his left foot. But I think overall, I think maybe the hate is a bit too much. I'm seeing a lot of Arsenal fans criticizing him, but I don't think he played that bad. Like I said, he had shots on target. This is the first time where I could actually say he should have scored because of how many chances he had. Normally, we can't even say that because he never gets fed any service. He doesn't get any service. He doesn't even get a shot on target because he's not able to get into any chances. But today, well, yesterday, it was the first time where he actually managed to get some openings. But yeah, I'm sure the goals will come. It's just a matter of time. But now, the narrative going on. Boring Arsenal from the rivals. And for me, really, look, I don't care. If give me 38 games of these 1-0 wins and give us a Premier League, I don't care, because the truth is, we also have been known for playing this beautiful football under Arsene Wenger. I mean, we used to play some of the most beautiful football, okay, under Wenger. What they used to call it, the Wenger ball. And what happened? Nothing. We won literally nothing from it. And the truth is, we now need to switch it up because it's not about playing beautiful football anymore. It's about getting the 3 points. We finished second 3 seasons in a row now, okay? It's simply about just being efficient and getting the 3 points. And plus, yesterday, Arsenal didn't even start well. I mean, Fulham, probably in the first 10 minutes, were the much better team. And it was probably expected Fulham were going to come out because they just lost back-to-back games. They're going to want to, try win a game or at least even get a draw. And that's exactly what they tried doing. And even Saka admitted that wasn't the best performance from Arsenal. Arsenal started a bit slow, and at that point, just get the 3 points and leave. It doesn't matter. Now, of course, rivals are saying corner FC, and I get it. I 100% understand. Every single fan wants to see that your team win whilst playing beautiful football, but in the context of the game, okay, you have to understand the context. Fulham defended really well. They congested that midfield. They cut out Zubimendi, they cut out Declan Rice, they cut out Eze. All of the passing options were cut out. Okay, so you have to give credit to Fulham in the way they defended, and the corner came and saved us. And unfortunately for rival fans, it's a weapon Arsenal have. And you're already seeing a lot of teams now focusing more on set pieces because they realize it's a part of the game. It's not something you can ignore. It gives you a lot of goals, and a lot of teams you're seeing now are more focused on long throw-ins. Set piece coaches being hired now. So there is a focus being shifted on set pieces and teams trying to maximize as much as they can because they realize it's a big weapon. It's another way to score goals. And you've seen with Arteta, and his whole philosophy is just about being able to create more ways to score, whether it's a corner, whether it's a long throw-in. Everything Arsenal and Arteta do is calculated. So like I said, you will see in this season, in the next few years, there will be more teams now focusing on set pieces because they're realizing it's a big part of the game which teams have neglected. Also, have taken advantage of it. This is an area that also have been focusing, and we benefit from it. Unfortunately for rival fans, but benefit to us, we're scoring. It's a getaway. It's a get out of a jail card. And look, as a rival fan, if you don't enjoy it, don't watch it. No one is forcing you to watch an Arsenal game. Okay. Arsenal's job isn't to entertain rivals, it's simply to win the game and get the 3 points, get the title, okay? Do we want to play like this every week? No, of course. Arsenal fans want to see their team play beautiful football, okay? Arsenal have been built on playing the beautiful football. You go back to Arsene Wenger's time. So, but you just have to remember in the context of the match, okay? The momentum was against Arsenal. Fulham were up for it, and all that Arsenal needed was to get the 3 points and move on. And you have to give credit to Fulham because I think they defended really well in that first half, made it very difficult for Arsenal, cut out all the passing options. I think a lot more credit needs to be given to Fulham and the way they defended. But look, I'm very happy Arsenal have won. That's 9 out of 9 points against Newcastle, West Ham and Fulham. Last season, we only got 1 point against those same teams in those same fixtures. So yeah, it's just about getting the 3 points and moving on. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think there's a lot of, just narrative talk based on Arsenal, or do you think Arsenal fans should just ignore it? And let me know who your man of the match was. For me, 100% he has to be Saka. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.